Today on Light Up Your Life, wind turbines.
Look at that. See how the wind moves the blades? The way the blades and the wind work together to create energy? Amazing!
Yes, Nico, yes it is, but what's even more amazing is how it works. First, the wind turns the blades, and the blades turn the shaft, which is connected to a motor which acts as a generator to turn raw energy into more usable energy, such as electric energy.
Crazy how all this wind energy can be transformed into electric energy.
All across Canada, wind flow patterns and speeds vary greatly and are subject to change because of bodies of water, vegetation, and differences in terrain.
The main social and environmental impacts that wind turbines have on our society today is the fact that it is green energy, which means there are barely any carbon emissions produced and the energy is renewable.
Some social contributions are aesthetics and visibility, noise factors, and television interference. Firstly, wind turbines have affected the aesthetic appearance of the regions where they were first placed since they are up until now. The visibility of a particular wind turbine will depend on many factors, including tower height, proximity to neighbors, roadways, local terrain, and tree coverage. Wind turbines can elicit strong reactions. To some people, they are graceful sculptures, and to others, they are eyesores that compromise the natural landscape.
When it comes to wind turbines, the most noticeable noises come from the blades and from the motor or generator.
Small wind turbines, such as those sized for residential and farm use, have not been found to create interference with television signals. Most wind turbines use blades made of wood, fiberglass, or composite materials that don't cause reception problems. Though a few wind turbines equipped with long metallic blades did cause some localized problems, but they are no longer commonly used.
Other than social factors, there are also environmental factors.
These factors include effects on wildlife, land use, and global warming emissions.
In general, wind turbines are not a hazard to wildlife. There have been reports of bird kills in areas of the world where there have been large numbers of wind turbines in compacted areas. However, there is little evidence that single installations or small clusters of wind turbines kill birds in significant numbers. Most birds of the local area tend to fly around the wind turbines, while birds that migrate fly well above turbine height.
In addition, wind farms are often built on land that has already been impacted by land clearing. The vegetation clearing and ground disturbance required for wind farms is minimal compared with coal mines and coal-fire-powered stations, which ideally makes them better.
Lastly, while there are no global warming emissions produced from operating a wind turbine, there are emissions produced in a wind turbine's life cycle. For example, the production of the materials, the transportation of the materials, and the assembly of the wind turbine. Now that we understand wind turbines, we can calculate how much power is in the wind with the equation P is equal to 1 over 2 rho pi r squared velocity cubed. Let's say we have air moving at 5 meters per second with a density of 1.0 kilogram meter cubed, and the air encounters our wind turbine with a radius of 0.2 meters and an area of 0.125 meters squared. When we plug this into our equation, we get 7.85 watts of power. This may not seem like a lot, but when you imagine a wind turbine 100 times the size of our model, that's a lot more watts. Overall, the pros outweigh the cons when you consider the fact that large-scale wind energy is becoming cost competitive with traditional power generators.
In addition, wind is abundant all over the world, and wind patterns tend to follow consumption patterns. It's also a major benefit that turbines coexist nicely with farms, providing additional income.
The only real downsides are that the moving parts on a wind turbine require maintenance and upkeep.
And that a wind turbine's power output is variable and needs an overall system integration.
At the end of the day, wind turbines have greatly impacted today's society in a positive way and should continue to be used and researched on.